not okay, but it's all gonna be alright. It's not okay, but we're all gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. I know one day we'll see the other side. The pain will wash away in a holy water tide, and we all gonna be alright. I know I can't be the only one who's holding on for dear life, but God knows, I know when it's all said and done, I'm not okay, but it's all gonna be alright. It's not okay, but we're all gonna be alright. I'm not okay, but it's all gonna be alright.
Damn pretty girl, you ain't done it again. You're gonna turn this sexy all the way up to 10. I never seen a side ride seat looking so hot. Baby, you rock, hit the spot like a fireball shot. You got me all high, head spinning around and around. I'm down if you're down to burn down this town. Ready, set, let's roll. Ready, set, let's ride. Get your little fine ass on the step, shimmy up inside.
Rock good, I'm not good. All down, I'm not good.
We can roll them down, pop them up, cruise around, get stuck, pedal to the metal till the sun comes up. I made a deal with the man on the moon. He's gonna put in some overtime. We got all night. Ready, set, let's roll. Ready, set, let's ride. Ready, set, let's roll. Where the good years and good times meet. Girl, we can rev it up right till we overheat. Just forget about the time, get your lips on mine. Gotta kiss you, get to know your smile. On your mark, get set. Ready, set, let's roll. Get your little fine ass on the step, shimmy up inside. Slide, girl, by my side.
Sound good. Hey, that's it.
I can rock your world. We can roll them down, pop them up, cruise around, get stuck, pedal to the metal till the sun comes up. I made a deal with the man on the moon. He's gonna put in some overtime. We got all night. Ready, set, let's roll.
That is so crazy.
Ready, set, let's ride. Ready, set, let's roll. Ready, set, let's ride. You got my heart bumping when I'm pulling up into your drive. Let's hit it 90 to nothing. Couple kids running into the night. Ready, set, let's roll.
Let's go.
Ready, set, let's ride. Get your little fine ass on the step,
Come
shimmy
on
up
up inside.
Slide, girl.
That is so cool.
Yeah, we can run this town.
And it's not good. Look at little this stuff.
To the metal till the sun comes up. I made a deal with the man on the moon. He's gonna put in some overtime. We got all night. Ready, set, let's roll. Ready, set, let's ride. Ready, set, let's
roll.
ride. Get your little fine ass on the steps, shimmy up inside. Yeah, we can run this town. You know I'll rock your world. Come on. Let's roll, let's ride, let's run this town tonight.
Set. Let's roll. Let's roll. That's so good. Okay, so that's one step.
I've been sitting here watching. I can't stop staring at you. across the room. I can see you in my truck, I can see you downtown. I can see you waking up, I can see you laying down. See you in the lights, dancing to the band, or here in my hand. So what's your name? Where you from? What's your drink when you get drunk? What's your sign? What's your song? I wanna know what turns you on. What you wear when you get home? Who do you call when you're alone? Every guy in here is thinking the same thing. Girl, what's your name? Yeah, we've never spoken, and you've never met me before. I'm pretty sure I can see you in the dark, I can see you in a dress, I can see your pretty head sleeping on my chest. I can't help it, it's out of nowhere. Oh, but girl, I gotta go there. What's your name? Where you from? What's your drink when you get drunk? What's your sign? What's your song? I wanna know what turns you on. What you wear when you get home? Who do you call when you're alone? Every guy in here is thinking the same thing. Girl, what's your name?
What's your name?
Girl, what's your name? I can see you downtown. I can see you waking up. I can see you laying down. So what's your name? Where you from? What's your drink when you get drunk? What's your sign? What's your song? Tell me, girl, what turns you on? What gets you down? What gets you high? What keeps you up in the dead of night? What I don't know about you's killing me. So girl, what's your name?
So let's see. What happens if I'm not on the Wi-Fi network? Will it still work?
Last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember everything we said, but we said it all. You told me that you wish I was somebody you never met. But baby, baby, something's telling me this ain't over yet. No way it was our last
Does that work?
night. I kissed your lips, make you grip the sheets with your fingertips. Last bottle of Jack, we split a fifth. Just talking about life, going sip for sip. Yeah, you know you love to fight, and I say shit I don't mean, but I'm still gonna wake up morning with me. I know that last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember everything we said, but we said it all. You told me that you wish I was somebody you never met.
Oh baby, baby, something's telling me this ain't over yet. No, it was our last night.
No way it was our last night. No way it was the last night that we break up. I see your taillights in the dust. You call your mama, I call your bluff. In the middle of the night, pull her right back up. Yeah, my friends say let her go. Your friends say what the hell, I wouldn't trade your kind of love for nothing else. Oh baby, last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember everything we said, but we said it all. You told me that you wish I was somebody you never met. But baby, baby, something's telling me this ain't over yet. No way it was our last night. We said we'd had enough. I can't remember everything we said, but we said too much. I know you I know you said this time you
really want me back again. Oh baby, baby, something's telling me this ain't over yet.
No way it was that
Last night.
No way it was that last night. Don't mind them bottles on the shelf or the pills on the floor. Probably see all the hell through the hole
Right,
in
back in
my
a
door.
sec.
The only thing in this house that ain't been to war is the bed, cause the truth is I don't sleep anymore. Trust me, don't you worry about that burn pile sitting out back. It's just full of all the memories from my past, and I don't wanna talk about it, so please don't ask. Please don't ask. Excuse a mess, I'm a wreck. Oh, 'cause she got the best of my heart and my head left and ache in my chest. Now I ain't been the same since she left. Since she left. Oh, excuse me. Blood on my knuckle, about as red as my eyes. That cigarette's about as gone as my mind. I try to run from demons, but I can't hide. I can't hide. Excuse the mess, I'm a wreck. Oh, 'cause she got the best of my heart and my head left and ache in my chest. Now I ain't been the same since she left. Since she left. Oh, excuse me. Excuse the mess, I'm a wreck. Oh, 'cause she got the best of my heart in my head with an ache in my chest. Now I ain't been the same since she left. Since she left. Excuse the mess, I'm a wreck. Oh, 'cause she got the best of my heart in my head left an ache in my chest. Now I ain't been the same since she left. Since she left. Excuse the mess. Don't mind them bottles on the shelf or the pills on the floor. It don't matter, cause she ain't coming back anymore.
She's wearing an old dress, walking it out, waiting for someone to turn her around. But she won't believe you when you fall down on your knees. She fell asleep, listening to my friends, talking on and on about how the world ends. Then she wakes up and climbs in my front seat. And she said, don't you wait to try it. Are you scared to find it? And do you wanna take my broken heart? Are you scared to start? Let's lay in the dead grass, stare at the stars. Run away and live out of cars and bars. Let's just leave here, 'cause there's nothing left to see. And if that's wrong, let's make it right. And if you leave, just give me one more night. 'Cause there's no one else you'll find that's quite like me. And she said, don't you wait to try it. Are you scared to find it? And do you wanna take my broken heart? Are you scared to start? Don't need a paycheck, don't need the rent. You can't take it all, cause it's already spent. We can burn out just as long as we burn bright. And she said, don't you wait to try it. Are you scared to find it? And do you want to take my broken heart? And will you ever heal from all these scars? And did you ever take it all so far? Are you scared to start?
Was a boy who was a dreamer, and he flew so high and proud. In a world full of people out, cut his young ass down. No one ever understood a single word he said, and it cast him to the wolves when he wasn't well and fed. Boys, we've got a riser in our midst. He will get the last lap, it's the last thing he did. And he used to roll around in that red dirt mud. But now he's skipping town and that riser's out for blood. Don't stop going south, cause they'll let you play your music real damn loud. Don't stop heading south, cause they won't understand the words that are pouring from your mouth. Then that boy, he called his daddy to tell him what he did, as the master screamed the lyrics of a messed up kid. And then he told that old man he was never coming back to be cut down again in a town like that. Then he surely came to learn people come to watch you fall. He's out to make a name and a fool out of them all. They'll never understand that boy and his kind. All they comprehend is a fucking dollar sign. So don't stop going south, cause they'll let you play your music real damn loud. Don't stop heading south, cause they won't understand the words that are pouring from your mouth. Don't stop going south, they won't understand the words that are pouring from your mouth. Don't stop going south, cause they'll let you scream your music real damn loud.
Hadn't had a good time since you know when. Got talked into going out with hopes you were staying in. I was feeling like myself for the first time in a long time, till I bumped into some of your friends over there talking to mine. Then you rolled in with your hair in the wind, baby, without warning. I was doing alright, but just your side had my heart storming. The moon went hiding, stars quit shining, rain was dropping, thunder, lightning. You wrecked my whole world when you came and hit me like a hurricane. whiskey on, I started talking about us again. And if I would've just laid my drink down and walked out, well, I wouldn't be in my truck driving us to your house. But you rolled in with your hair in the wind, maybe without warning. I was doing alright, but just your side had my heart storming. The moon went hot and stars quit shining. Rain was driving, thunder, lightning. You wrecked my whole world when you came and hit me like a hurricane. You hit me like a hurricane. Category 5 with your smile blew me away, and girl, it ain't but midnight. You done killed the lights, bend my heart back to your bedside. Then you rolled in with your hair in the wind, baby, without warning. 'Cause I was doing alright, but just your side had my heart storming. The moon went hot and stars quit shining. Rain was driving, thunder, lightning. You wrecked my whole world when you came and hit me like a hurricane. You hit me like a hurricane. Hit me like a hurricane.
Um. That's right.
I met her down at Aldi. She said that she saw me walking in about a mile away. Bean just had to take her phone and I just took her smile away. She said I'm too drunk and crazy. She don't like the way I dance. I said you don't have to join. And she said she'd take a chance.
Yeah. Get some of the tubies. Um. Thank you. Um. Ah. John. Caloi. What Esmond Gold dramas, yeah. How you doing? Damn.
With President-elect Donald Trump. We saw in his past administration where he would make news on social media, and that is going to continue on during this administration, already doing so today. I do want to mention and showcase this. This is what I am talking about.
By the way, I think it's a good thing that more politicians and people like this are doing news and like putting out their own stuff rather than using media to put out information, because it gives them more power and it takes power away from the media that I think is biased and controlled and works against people's best interests.
This has to do about his mass deportation plan when it comes to undocumented immigrants here. This is what was said where Donald Trump confirmed some of
I hate that word, undocumented immigrants. I think that's the most annoying fucking word, because it's just soft language to make it seem like they're not committing the law. It's like saying that you have undocumented stuff when you walk out of a store because you don't have a receipt because you stole it. They're illegal immigrants. Undocumented.
News reporting that has been in the past saying, this was from Tom Fitton putting this out, saying reports are that incoming Donald Trump administration prepared to declare a national emergency and will use military assets to reverse the Biden invasion through a mass deportation program.
So he's going to try and use the military. Whoa! And then he just responds, he says, true. Oh, man.
Then Donald Trump replying and putting it out there, confirming it, saying true with some exclamation points here. So we want to continue to talk about this, a major policy, of course, of Donald Trump, what he campaigned on when it was talking about migrants in the United States. So let's bring in our next guest here of this hour. This is from Axios, Steph Kite, Axios politics reporter and immigration expert. Thanks so much for joining us here on Live Now from Vox today.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. So let's get right into it here. This is something, of course, that Donald Trump campaigned on, talked about what would happen if he became president. Now we're seeing some of what he is describing as his plans for this administration. Just tell us a little bit about the details of this. Of course, he said during it that he was going to focus the beginning parts on the actual criminal migrants in the country.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question that with a second Trump administration, he's going to be, even more aggressive when it comes to cracking down on unauthorized immigrants in the U.S. And he's planning to use all sorts of legal loopholes and options within the federal government to do so. We've heard him talk a lot about using parts of the military to crack down on cartels in Mexico.
I feel like that's probably what he should do, to be honest, because I feel like a lot of the people that voted for him, that's what they want to have happen. Like, I feel like this is like a big topic for a lot of people, and they want him to do this.
For example, but also using federal law enforcement agents to expand the number of people who can be involved in these arrest and deportation efforts. Because when it comes to arresting undocumented immigrants and deportation, it requires a lot of logistical planning, and it requires a lot of manpower and investment from the federal government. And I've spoken to Trump officials who say that they do have very specific plans to not just involve ICE agents, whose job it is to kind of arrest and deport immigrants who are in the country unlawfully, but to also include other federal agents such as DEA agents, potentially.
Thank fucking God. Make the DEA useful. Great.
The National Guard. So they are going to use as many options as possible to make this happen.
And another question that is big and continues to be talked about and remains to be unseen. So we don't, it's just not on the border counties and towns. These migrants are really all across the country. So how would this look as far as from getting them from one place to the next? How would that look like?
Just get them on a plane, fly them out, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, these are very difficult logistical maneuvers, right? And there's different ways that ICE agents will target immigrants in the country illegally, and some are work site raids, for example. That's something we've seen in the past, where if they have knowledge that there is a company that's employing immigrants who are not in the country lawfully, that can be one target for ICE.
They say they're gonna raid them. God damn.
Wow. Sometimes they can, target specific people's homes. This is usually the case when the person in question has, some kind of criminal record. So this could look a lot of different ways. And I will point out that in the past, deportation sounds, can be something that people in the U.S. are supportive of. They feel like immigrants should follow the law in the processes to get here. But the reality of a worksite arrest or at-home arrest is quite hands-on and can be, a disturbing public image at times, especially when you have kids involved or you have parents involved, when you have kids who are U.S. citizens involved. So that is a question, that I have as we move towards this as a speaker.
I think that that's true to an extent, but I actually think that most people probably don't give a fuck. It's womp womp, too bad, right? Deport them together, yeah. I think that the sentiment has changed a lot, because I feel like there's been a lot of emotional blackmail that a lot of different policies use and they utilize, and so it's well, you don't want to do this because it would make people sad, and I feel like that's not as effective anymore. People just don't give a fuck about it as much. They're like, yeah, we know that. We're going to do it anyway. And that, follow the law. Exactly. And I think that, a lot of people are just tired of that.
Becomes more of a reality. Do we see continued support for these kinds of policies as we've seen during this election cycle, or do we see a backlash when people realize the reality of what a mass arrest and what mass deportation efforts actually look like? And I think it might. There's also a chance it could be the opposite. When people actually see that it's happening and it's working, it will make them even more supportive of it. Because it's it was one thing that you're talking about it, but whenever it's happening, and people are like, holy shit, it's actually happening. Yeah, people are going to be more supportive. Because you want to get people motivated, have them win. And on the deportation front in particular, I would note that deportation is a very difficult maneuver, that we only have so many planes. Logistically, think about commercial flying, all that goes into traveling across the country, and then add in a international flight, sometimes to very far destinations. And the fact that these are people who typically are shackled while they're being deported, all of the security required for that. So this is going to be a very difficult lift, requiring a lot of resources, potentially additional resources from Congress. So while Trump is clearly very serious about these proposals, it will take a lot to actually get it done, not to mention cooperation from countries like Venezuela that we've had difficulty with them actually receiving their citizens back.
And tell me a little bit.
How would you have difficulty with that? It's their fucking people.
About what the media perspective and just how much.
I think it's real privilege opinion. I think you're owed the right to live in a place that's not yours, and think that you're owed some kind of consideration for your situation when you disrespected us by coming here. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, like, to be honest, like, if I was a if I lived in, like, one of those countries in, like, South America that sucks, like, I would try my best to try to get up here, right? And if I thought I could, I would illegally immigrate, too. But the thing is also, I mean, you can't expect people to just, like, be okay with that. Like, I don't blame them for doing it, but it doesn't mean that you can let them do it. Like, it basically, like, I can see where they're coming from. I can see why they're doing it. It's just, it doesn't mean it's okay. I mean, I feel like if you can't see why they're doing it, I mean, like, bro, come on, think about it.
Of maybe how hard it will be to maybe report on these almost in real time, because, you know, you figure, you doubt that there would be press releases, oh, you know, come to this area to see a mass arrest. It likely won't come out like that. So how will it be on the media landscape to be reporting on this as it is happening?
It's a good question, and you know, it'll probably depend on the situation, right? There are some cases where administrations have wanted to showcase these processes as, you know, a reason to deter illegal immigration towards the U.S., right? This is sometimes a measure to show that the U.S. is taking this seriously. So I would not be surprised if in some instances the Trump administration, the future Trump administration, would want some press coverage of events like this. Oftentimes they rely—
Well, they will want press coverage of it, because there's a lot of people that voted for him that they voted for him to do this. That's what that was the point, right? And so of course they're going to want coverage of it, because it's like him saying, you know, like, hey, I said I was going to do this. Here it is. It's happening. Right. That's why I won. Yeah, exactly. Wasn't Obama deporter in chief? Oh yeah. Obama deported more people than I think anybody.
On local press, people who are on the ground where these arrests are taking place. You know, I have had the opportunity to watch deportation flights board and take off from the border. So it is something that you do have select access to, but also given the risks involved, there is limited access there. But, you know, it has been interesting that these policies may be controversial to some, but Trump has been very open about what his plans are when it comes to cracking down on immigration in the U.S. It's been well reported throughout the campaign. We can look back at what he did during the past administration. This isn't an issue that Trump shies away on. It's one that he feels very confident in. So I
think that he shied away from it more in the first term. And I think that now the public has a different perception on, like, deportation. I think that in 2016, the way I remember it, is that people were a lot softer on it. And I think that now people have a much harsher stance. I think that one of the big reasons for that is because of the economy. So the economy is a lot worse. And so the idea that illegals are putting pressure on the economy, whether you believe that is true or not, I think that it becomes a lot stronger of a motivator for people to have less empathy. The softly approach didn't work. Yeah, and I think so. And now, you know, if you look at it now, I think a bunch of people, and also I feel like another component to this is like the, you know, proverbial like Overton window. I think that a lot of people actually did want this, but back in like 2016, the culture hadn't shifted enough to where it was acceptable to say it. But now it has. And I think that now people are just pretty much saying it flat out. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter who you are, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. And I even remember, like, Donald Trump talked about, you know, like I think it was 14th Amendment. I don't know if it's 14th or not. No, 19th is women voting. I think it might be 14th Amendment. It, like, kind of guarantees somebody's citizenship if they're born here. I remember he talked about that in 2016 and 2015. And he even said, kind of like, he alluded, like, yeah, we're probably not going to be able to get rid of that. And so now I feel like there's been a massive shift.
I do think we will have a lot of insight into some of his big border proposals, though, of course, that could impact things.
Yeah, that is so true, and it'll be interesting to see.
I don't think that the press can hold him accountable for things anymore because the press has damaged their reputation so much. Like, basically, back in the day, even in 2016, like, mainstream media had more of a stranglehold on, like, culture and conversation. Whereas now, I think it's completely lost that stranglehold. I think basically everything from like COVID was the pinnacle, and then everything went downhill after that.
Again, how it is all going to play out from a campaign-style stump speech to seeing it displayed in real life here. So that will be what a lot of people are going to be looking at. And it should be also noted that the majority of Trump supporters, this is something that they want to see. And
exactly.
Some vapes.
They want to see him bring home the bacon. They want to see this happen. Like that's the thing that I feel like a lot of people aren't keeping in mind. Like he's gonna do what's gonna be like what his people want him to do. It's gonna happen. They want to see it. Yeah, exactly. And I think also people that are going to kind of push against it, like any like Republicans or anybody else that pushes against it, I feel like they're just gonna get shit on so hard.
They even talked about how high it was on the totem pole for them when it came to the economy and illegal immigration, that this was one of the two factors that they want. That's why they want Donald Trump back in office.
Yeah, that's exactly why. 100%.
100%. All right, my last stream is lagging. That's a funny photo. All right, so that's that. What's that buzzing? That's really weird. Oh yes, now we let them live a thought.
%.
It looks like we may have, let's see, do we have, I'm sorry, we lost you there for 1 second.
They should just use Discord. This shit never happens on Discord. Like, I don't know what they're trying to do, like some internal, just use Discord, man. Like, what are y'all doing?
All right, can you hear me now?
Probably still using Skype.
We got you good right now.
Just going to add, you're absolutely right that these policies are very popular with Republicans. It's one of the big reasons why Trump felt like he won the election, because he was right on this issue and spoke to the American people. And I would add that it's not just Republicans. And one of the things.
I think that's good. That's good. That's so I minimize that. Multiplayer. Let's go do some games. I need to do Baptist. Put that bacon pots. Put some music back on.
I've been kinda crazy ever since they went down. I got kinda lost, and baby, this what I found. Girls like you just wanna take me around, around and around. Oh, there's two things that you're gonna find out. They don't love you and they only love you right now. If I was smarter, I'd have stayed my ass at home and leave them Broadway girls alone.
Girls are trapped. They owe me, they tryna finesse me. They see Will Morgan, they know that I rap. My horse is Porsche, turning me on. I jump on a horse, she get on the back. Went to the bar to go buy a drink. She listen to Pink, she told me she not a rap. I can't run out of trenches, love me forever. They treat me like Ed in London. Take her to poor, they ain't got a bed for nothing. The covers, boots, guitar, cigar, the bar. She riding a bull like car. She usually don't cool with stars.
Two things that you gonna find out. They don't love you and they only love you right now. If I was smarter, I'd have stayed my eyes at home and leave them Broadway girls alone. Broadway girls, Broadway girls alone. Broadway girls alone. Think I ought to settle down and find me something I could take back to my hometown road.
But I told them that I'm savage. They just trying to tell me that.
Two things that you gonna find out. They don't love you and they only love you right now. If I was smarter, I'd have stayed my eyes at home and leave them Broadway girls alone. Two things that you gonna find out. They don't love you and they only love you right now. If I was smarter, I'd have stayed my eyes at home and leave them Broadway girls alone. Broadway girls. Broadway girls alone. Broadway girls.
Fuck that good.
Broadway girls alone. Broadway girls. Broadway girls alone. Broadway girls. Broadway girls. Broadway girls alone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
Square bills, flatbeds, clothesline sunsets, sky blue, barn red. Wind chimes, front porch, good dogs, wood floors, work boots, open doors, and miles of John Deere green. Freedom far as I can see. A road to run and room to breathe. That's who I am and I'll always be. Caught up in a country, the only way I wanna be. Somewhere where the road ends, out there where the creek bends. That's where you can find me. With them fields of gold and cotton rolls, that never-ending sky. That take it slow, easy road, man, that's life. Caught up in the country. Just look at them stars. Must be a billion of them, just doing their thing, right where God put them. If this ain't heaven, it's halfway there. You can feel it in the air. Caught up in the country, the only way I wanna be. Somewhere where the road ends, out there where the creek bends. That's where you can find me. With them fields of gold and cotton rolls, that never-ending sky. That take it slow, easy road, man, that's life. Caught up in the country. Caught up in the country. If I have it my way, I'll stay. Caught up in it, caught up in it. Somewhere where the road ends, out there where the creek bends. That's where you can find me. With them fields of gold and cotton rolls, that never-ending sky. That take it slow, easy road, man, that's life. And miles of John Deere green. Freedom far as I can see. The road to run and room to breathe. It's who I am and I'll always be. Caught up in a country. Caught up in a country.
When the cold comes pushing down heavy on this town, and there's no one around to keep out the sound that is all in my head. No, it's all in my head. I'm holding it back till I'm lying in bed. That's when all the walls close in on me.
Hey, no worries, devil. Have a good night, man. Have a good night, John. Take it easy. Take care. Rest up, man.
Leave these demons that haunt my street. I'll find my way.
Have a good night, man. Take care.
And
take the whole bag
look back.
and the Switch. Put the game back in the bag. Hold the bag like a normal bag, and then take the Switch with you.
As the years go, you'll grow old before you're told to leave. I was born just to drown. So bury my dreams, 'cause it's all in my head. No, it's all in my head. I'm holding it back till I'm lying in bed. That's when all the walls close in on me. The other side is where I wanna be. Leave your words underneath my feet. Leave these demons out on my street. I'll find my way. What if I never wrote? I'm still my father's son. I'll take it all and throw it away. And if it's all the same, I'll be the one to blame. There'll be no one to stand in my way. And everyone I know is running in circles. It's what you do in this goddamn town. The other side is where I wanna be. Leave your words underneath my feet. Leave these demons out on my street. I'll find my way out and never look back. 5:34 a.m. I was about to start my day, but she laying there across me, so I stayed anyway. Arms tight, legs numb, wrapped around my knee. Sweetest of the sunflowers, how you're the sun to me. I don't recall what you were wearing on the first night we met, besides a subtle cloud around you from my last cigarette. And you come from a good place with a happy family. The only bad you've ever done was to see the good in me. I've been living, waiting on the day that the good Lord will send you out my way. I've seen hard times, bad luck, all that in between. Sweetest of the sunflowers, how you're the sun to me. And I remember being younger and my mother told me true. Find someone who grows flowers in the darkest parts of you. Take heed when things get hard and don't you ever turn around, 'cause you'll find someone someday, somewhere that grows you to the cloud.
Hardpoint is secure.
And you walked me home that evening when I could barely walk. And you spoke to me so sweetly on the days I couldn't talk. And now I'm seeing clearly and I'm growing up so free. Sweetest of sunflowers, how you're the sun to me.
TACOM, launch a counter UAV. TACOM.
I've been living, waiting on the day that the good Lord willing sends you out my way. I've seen hard times, bad luck, all that in between. Sweetest of sunflowers, how you're the sun to me. Sweetest of sunflowers, how you're the sun to me.
about 12 ounces. A good truck's got maybe 300,000. You only get so much until it's gone. Duracell's in a mag light, a needle drop on a 45 are the kind of things that only last so long. When the new wears off and they get to getting old, sooner or later time's gonna take its toll. They say nothing lasts forever, but they ain't seen us together, or the way the moonlight dances in your eyes. Just a t-shirt in the kitchen with no makeup and a million other things that I could look at my whole life. A love like that makes a man have second thoughts. Maybe some things last forever after all. The FM station on the outskirts, blue jeans after years of shift work, are fading out like I always knew they would. The strings on this guitar, the first love lost on a young heart, those things are gonna break after the getting's good. Because the new wears off and they get to getting old. Yeah, sooner or later time's gonna take its toll. They say nothing lasts forever, but they ain't seen us together, or the way the moonlight dances in your eyes. Just a t-shirt in the kitchen with no makeup and a million other things that I could look at my whole life. A love like that makes a man have second thoughts. Maybe some things last forever after all. They say nothing lasts forever, but they ain't seen us together, or the way the moonlight dances in your eyes. And I know there'll be that moment the good Lord calls one of us home, and one won't have the other by their side. But heaven knows that won't last too long. Maybe some things last forever after all. After all.
Enemy sniper shooting.
Hard point identified. No medals for second place. Crush those dirtbags.
Shot was good.
Hard point is secure. Hard point is active.
Throwing stun.
Take off those heels, lay on
My bed, whisper dirty secrets while I'm pulling on your hair.
Poison in our veins, but we don't even care. Candles dripping on your body, baby. This ain't truth or dare. Everybody wonder where we run off to. My body on your body, baby, sticking like you. Naughty, let's get naughty, girl. It's only one or two. Leave us fucking running, feel the heat between us two. I'm gonna ride,
I'm gonna ride, I'm gonna ride on you, baby. All night, all night.
take care of your body. I'll be gentle, don't you scream. It's getting hot, make it softer. Feel your chest on top of me. I'm gonna ride, I'm gonna ride, I'm gonna ride, I'm gonna ride on you, baby, on you, lady, all night, all night. I'm gonna make you feel that love and getting weak all in your body from the tip top all the way down to your feet. Yeah, girl, we can go slow. Yeah, we can go slow. Lay on your back like you're right there. Don't have to say it twice. No, there's nothing here to feel. Taking it back to where it's clear. Rolling on and on, sounds of lover in the air. I'm gon' ride, 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 I'm gon' take care of your body. I'll be gentle, don't you scream. It's getting hotter, make it softer. Feel your chest on top of me. I'm gon' ride, I'm gon' ride, I'm gon' ride, I'm gon' ride on you, baby, on you, lady, all night. I'm gon' make you feel that love and getting weak all in your knees. Kiss your body from the tip top all the way down to your feet. The sun's coming up, you're on my side.
I rub your thigh, you look in my eyes, you see the sky, I'm so high. I'll be back a bit late.